show, the AM Club, and of course, we try to make sure your mornings are special right here on MX24. I'm excited that you're joining us in this conversation. Jay.
Yes, Charlie, what they happen?
I was telling you earlier that I love Manifest. But joining us today on an amazing conversation, tell us about it. What are we talking about
so
today?
joining us for the conversation for today is Apostle Theophilus Jeffries. He's lead pastor and founder of Ever Flourishing City Chapel. That's EFCCI, that's International Chapel. And Spintex, president and founder of Accra College of Professional Coaching and Training Institute. That's the ACP CTI. Certified Life Success Management, Leadership and Relationship Coach. Certified Financial Intelligence and Emotional Intelligence Coach and Therapist. Transformational Marriage Counselor. And today, let's descend on
what conversation are we having?
Financial wisdom.
Yes.
On budget.
Absolutely. Today,
right.
On Lifestyle Daily, we're talking about budgeting right here on the show. And Apostle, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
How you doing?
Very well. God
You're looking
has blessed
sharp.
me.
You're looking sharp. I love it. You're looking sharp.
Also, I would love to just take the suit right after this. How about that? I'll budget right for it.
Right. Now, let's get into the conversation for this morning. But how are you doing, though?
I'm fine. Ghana is cool. My area is fine. My system is fine. So
you're good?
Everything's cool. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. What is budgeting and how important is it for a person to budget?
You see, in life, everything has control. Your TV has control. The road has control called the traffic light or the speed ramps. Your car has control called the brake. Your pen has control called the cap. Everything in life has control. Without control, there'll be chaos.
Okay.
Without control, there's going to be accident. Without control, there's going to be disaster. Now, a budget is first the control you have around your money. Okay. I wouldn't want to go into all the
technicalities.
The dictionary definition.
Yeah.
We want to make it more practical for people to understand.
Right.
So I come up with this, my own financial lexicon for people to understand that. First, a budget is the control an individual has around his money, around his earnings, your wages, your income, your salary, and then your earnings, which I call WISE, W-I-S-E.
Okay.
Number two, a budget is that boundary which you set around your expenditure. Every river lives within a particular confine so that it doesn't spill over.
Okay.
If the river spills over, there's going to be a chaos.
Yeah.
Like the river flow over bonk.
Yeah.
Even the earth has an orbit. It never moves out of that orbit. A budget is that boundary an individual set for him or herself for you to live within the confine of your financial spending. Number three, a budget is the referee. You know, in a football match, there's a referee to make sure that there are no fouls, there are no errors and stuff like that. See, there are financial mistakes that you can commit. We call it money mistakes and money errors. Money mistakes are committed because of money problems and money challenges. When you have money crisis or money difficulties and you are not able to manage them well, you're going to commit money mistakes. It is in the committing of the money mistake that you're going to either enter into debt, either you're not going to recover at all. Okay. So a budget for an individual, a company or a society or a nation is that referee that blows the whistle around you when you are about to go overboard. You're about to buy something you shouldn't buy. You're about to spend what you're not supposed to, because without a budget, you can't even control impulse buying. Okay. The word impulse means stimuli. Yeah. You know that everybody has what we call financial behavior. Yeah. Your financial behavior is as a result of how you react when you see money, when you earn money, when you get money. All of us say, Mimi, Kojo, if you receive 1 million Ghana cedi right now, when you receive 1 million Ghana cedi right now, the two of you, your behavior will be different. How you respond will be different.
Apostle, she will jump.
Yeah, she may jump, she may go, maybe go party, change wardrobe, buy a new car. Maybe you may want to go and buy land. Oh.
That's right. Apostle, you're thinking right.
Look at this. But everybody knows that, I have money sense.
No. Please forgive me. No. It's just an example.
We know.
So your response, how you respond to when you earn money, when you get money, when you receive your financial behavior, and it's controlled by the impulse That's why you buy what you see.
Yeah.
You buy what you feel.
Yeah.
You buy what you sense.
Yeah.
So when people are advertising, they are trying to trigger your senses. Because if the person cannot enter your eyes, they can't get your money.
Okay.
If they don't enter into your emotion, they can't get your money.
Okay.
So you smell the food, it smells nice. Oh, you want to buy.
Okay.
You see the banana, it's so exotic, so nice, so welcoming. You want to buy. So when they are advertising and marketing, they want to appeal to your emotion.
Okay.
So people cannot resist impulse buying because most of the time there's no budget at all. Anybody who wants to fight impulse buying, overcome the war against impulse buying, this person must have a confined budget to control. The other thing about a budget is that a budget enables you to be able to have a plan for your money.
Okay.
You see, money speaks. The reason why most people squander money, they waste money, is because there's no plan for the money.
Okay.
For example, if you don't have a plan for 1 million, which I spoke about now before the 1 million comes to you, chances are that you're going to use the money recklessly, lawlessly. You're going to waste the money. In other words, the money is going to determine what you use it for. Money shouldn't be telling you what you should do with it. You should tell the money what it should do. So there should be a plan.
Okay.
So once the money comes, your plan absorbs the money. So everybody who even want to control his or her money, there must always be a financial project you are embarking on.
Okay.
If you are building a building, 3-bedroom, self-contained, you notice carefully now that you can't waste money because there's a project going on. So any money coming in, you are pushing it there. You are sending it there. So a budget enables you to make sure that the money coming don't dictate to you. Don't tell you what to do.
Okay.
You tell the money what to do.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Nicely said. So, Apostle, now we know what a budget is. Controlling. Yes, our financial gains and whatever it is. Now, let's adjective the budget.
Yes.
Rightly. How does somebody budget right?
Okay. To answer this question, I will talk about 3 types of budget.
Okay.
We have to call the surplus budget.
Okay.
We have to call the deficit budget. We have to call the balance budget.
Okay.
Now, the surplus budget is when your income is going to be more, your projected income, when you are drawing your budget. At the end of the day, you are going to spend less. You're going to have more reserve. Those who always have surplus budget, these are people who are able to even grow their business.
Okay.
Because one of the reasons why most people cannot grow their business is because capital is not growing. If your capital is not growing, the business can't grow. If capital is not growing, the business cannot expand.
Okay.
You can't move to another location where your capital is so small. It's diminishing. Your business will expand when capital is growing. So when you draw your budget and then there's surplus, there's more, then you reinvest all that you are getting, your reserve. You are putting it back into the business or into whatever you are doing. But largely speaking, a lot of people don't have surplus budget. Even in Ghana, our government, I'm not even sure whether we've ever had a surplus budget. Because as a people, yes, we are always in the deficit budget. That's what the second one, deficit budget, where your expected expenditure is going to be more than your projected income. So at the end of the day, when you draw your budget, because in a budget there are 3 things involved: your expenditure, your income, and then your demands. So if my income is 1,000 cedi, I must make sure that all my income, whether maybe I earn per day somewhere, I earn monthly somewhere, you have to bring all your income available, all your available income, where you make money, your earnings, your salary, your wages, bring all together. Put all together how much is, at the end of the month, how much are you earning? From here, from that, put together. If it's 2,000, then your budget for that particular month is 3,000. Okay. You are in deficit already. Unfortunately, some people, once they are in deficit, they don't go back to visit the budget and now define between your priorities and posteriorities. There are things that are needed now. There are things that are want. If you draw your budget and you realize that your expenditure is more than your income, you don't have to visit the budget now and then look at needs and want. Because there are some things, it's a want. You can live without it. So you can eliminate them. Either reduce them drastically. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't do that. Rather, they want to see where they can go and borrow money to feed into such a budget. The budget is already in deficit. You don't borrow to feed a deficit budget.
Budget.
Unless that you are borrowing to feed a budget which is business oriented. And the business is a fruitful business with cash flow. Because not every profitable business has cash flow. If your business is only profitable but doesn't have cash flow, you're going to go into bankruptcy. So people should be able to look at it and then don't go to borrow. But even in Ghana, I'm a citizen, let me speak to that. Sometimes our budget, they'll come and read the budget. We are going to look for money to borrow to feed the budget.
To feed the budget that we're not ready for.
Yeah, we're not ready for. Eventually we're going to go into a debt that we will be broke. Your company will be broke if you are borrowing to feed your budget. Your family will be broke if you are borrowing to feed your budget. The country will go broke if you are borrowing to feed the budget. So that is called a deficit budget, where your expenditure outweighs is more than your projected income. So at the end of the day, you are spending more. And you see, when you spend more than you end in debt. When you keep spending more than you earn, you remain in debt. There's a difference between going into debt and staying in debt. So when we teach people how to come out of debt, my focus for consumer debt, because consumer debt is a cancer. That's a bad one. Your debt is spent on consumables, so it cannot work for itself. But if it's a profitable debt, like the money went into a business, the business is able to produce for itself, work for itself, able to service itself, it's fine. But most people, it's consumer debt. And consumer debt is a cancer. It can weigh you down. It can depress you. It can suppress you. It can oppress you. In fact, consumer debt has killed a lot of government workers.
Because they have more, what do you call it, they are more expenditures.
Oh, yes, I'm telling you.
Expenditures outweighs their income.
Those days, end of month is the most happiest
No, it's not.
time. Don't you notice that?
Today is 31st.
Now, end of month, what people's face? They are depressed, they are suppressed.
Because the money they are going to earn is going back to
the money they are
pay debt.
earning, you have to pay the gali seller, the cocoa seller, the donut seller, the yogurt seller. So at the end of the day, the money left, even most people on their salary, the net, the gross is big. But they borrow. They borrow. So they have deducted this. So even their net, their take home, is so little. So the person is working, is not even happy. Because you know that at the end of the day, the whole month, what is coming in? Because the borrowing that they went, they borrow to spend on consumables. So I keep advising that although we ask you to spend money, you don't spend money with common sense. I cannot emphasize that. Money is not a common commodity. So you don't joke with it. In the spending of money, in the earning of money, in the usage of money, you don't use common sense. If you use common sense, you end in debt. Because money will dribble you. Money will swindle you. Money will make you poto. You must use acquired sense, which I spoke about the last time. And then what? Expertise sense.
Acquired senses and expertise sense. Explain and
Acquired sense is you yourself must be able to self-educate. Buy books. Read. The business you are going to, how much do you know about it? People who are doing business, they know little or nothing about. You'll be swindled. You are going into mobile phone business. How much do you know about mobile phone business? You're going to go and come back broke. So he's going to borrow money, but the money, there's no definite plan for even the money you are going to borrow. So you go and borrow the money before you are not thinking of what to do. Or you are even going to borrow, let's say, 10,000 for a particular business. And they tell you that we can't give you 10,000. We can only give you 5,000. Please don't go for the money. Because your projected expenditure for the business is 10,000. That's what the business can take off. And they said they'll give you 5,000. If you are not careful, you take that 5,000. Chances are that because it is woefully inadequate, if you are not frugal enough, you don't have financial discretion, financial prudence, that money will be wasted because it cannot even fund the work. Or you can start it in the middle of it and then you get stuck. So deficit budget is that one. The other one is called balanced budget, where equal. Your expenditure is equal to your income. That one, you are not in debt, you are owing nobody, but you have no reserve.
Yes.
Is that what we call hand to mouth?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just hand to mouth. You are owing nobody, you are also not in debt, but you also have nothing.
So you still be frustrated.
So we call that one, you are ground zero.
Ground zero.
Some people, they are below ground zero. It means you are in debt. Some are you are on ground zero. It means that you, DHLA,
nothing is happening.
Yeah, you don't owe anybody, and you also don't have anything. You are neutral, like your car in a neutral gear.
The perfect is surplus.
Yeah, the perfect is surplus. That's the only way to grow money. That's the only way to grow your business, grow the country, everything. Ghana government, at the end of the day, when they are reading the budget, we should have surplus. I read also yesterday that GRA said they have their revenue, SS.
Yeah.
I keep reading that always their projected revenue, there's more. They are able to get more than they have projected. But the more that they have gotten, at the end of the day, where is it going? Because our expenditure for the government machinery alone, look at AFCON that we are talking about.
Don't break my heart.
Yeah, look at AFCON. Look at the budget that was
more than what we were going to win at the end of it.
You understand that? So you can see that is a deficit budget. Individuals creating loopholes and leakages around the system to loot. Because the only way to track leakages around your money, around your fund, is to have a well-defined budget.
Okay.
Because there will always be leakages around your money.
Wonderful. Now, how can individuals establish a realistic budget that aligns with their financial goals? Because you were teaching that earlier. So please go.
You see, for individuals to be able to establish a realistic budget, the thing starts with individuals. You must be intentional. You don't have to use the law of intentionality. Because the reason why people don't even budget, let's go there, the myth is that one, I don't even need a budget. Number two, sometimes I don't even earn enough. See, you will never earn enough. We don't grow big to manage well. In financial education, you don't need to wait to become big before you start budgeting. Even if you earn 200 cedi, you have to start budgeting from there. Because you must start managing well to grow big. If you don't learn how to manage on 100 cedi, how do you manage on 200? How do you budget on 300? So people have the myth that, because I don't earn that much, it's small, it's little. You have to grow through the system because budgeting must become a practice, which become a habit. If it's not a practice becoming a habit, you can't go anywhere because a habit is a repeated action. So when you repeat an action over a period of time, it becomes part of you.
Yes.
The way we brush our teeth, when you wake up in the morning, it becomes a habit. You just straight away go. So most of the things we do it based on impulse, like repeated, because it becomes a habit. So budgeting should become a habit. People should be intentional. Start with the little you have. The 100 cedi budget on it. The 200 cedi budget on it. The 50 cedi budget. Anybody who spend money, anybody who use money should be intentional. So the first thing is the intentionality. The second thing is financial discipline. Because if you're not financially disciplined, you cannot even respect your budget. We can help you draw a nice crafted design, gorgeous budget. But it's not just about the budget. Your ability to respect the budget. You understand that one? Some people are financially indisciplined. That the budget is there, but they will ignore it. Because you don't become big by what you know. You become big by what you do. So you know about budgeting, you draw the budget, but you must do it. So it is not what you know that benefits you. It is what you do. So people should have financial discipline. Discipline yourself. Discipline your appetite. Discipline your eyes. Discipline your nose. Discipline your senses. Because the things you smell, the things you hear, the things you see, you'll be tempted to go overboard. To overspend. So people should be able to have financial discipline. Because without financial discipline, there's no financial freedom. The road to financial discipline starts with financial freedom starts with financial discipline. So individuals to be able to set realistic budget, it starts with being intentional. Two, you must have financial discipline. Number three is that you need to have what you call financial wisdom. You see, when you understand money and how money works, it's easy to budget. You see me here, nobody needs to convince me to budget. Because I know what is money. I know what money can do to you. I know that money that you don't budget for will be wasted. Money that you don't regulate will regulate you.
Then you are that big brother that I have to bring a whole plan before I can collect my
yes. It's very important. Even parents should be able to help their kids that they must earn money. Yes, start helping them to earn money. That when you sweep the whole house, this blah blah blah, you earn this money. When you do when you develop that mindset of earning in kids, they grow to respect money. But those who I need 200, they give them. They grow, they don't even respect money. So those people they are reckless, they are lawless, they are shambolic spenders. They are also called the star boy. You must impress everybody. And that's another key thing people cannot budget, because you must always impress people. And it's a very bad behavior.
Impress people.
Impress people. You've given us 3
not
keys.
impress people. Yes.
So we have 3 keys.
Yes, you said in budgeting, right?
Yes.
In being strategic about it, you have to intentionally budget.
Yes, you
have
must
to
be
very intentional about it.
Yes.
And you also told us that financially disciplined. You have to close our senses, put password on all of it, and make sure we don't have access to that password.
No, of course.
And then we should have financial wisdom. We
Yes.
should read and learn and know more about budgeting.
Yes. But let me add to that.
Please.
Be practical. So the first step is number one, gather all your income invoices.
Okay.
Know how much you earn at the end of the month.
Okay.
Some people don't know how much they earn. You don't know how much you have. And when you are budgeting, we call two types of income: realistic income and assumed income. Assumed income are money that you are hoping you will get. For example, you work here, your salary is constant. At the end of the month, you're going to be paid. That you are sure about it. Somebody is owing you, promise to pay you at the end of the month. That money you are not sure. The person can disappoint you. They promise you a pay raise. That money you are not sure. So when you are budgeting, you must separate between your realistic income, which you know is definite.
And you assume.
And you assume income, which maybe somebody may even dash you some money.
Can we call that one faith money?
Well, if you're a Christian, you can call that faith. You are speaking. I know that. I'll get some money.
I'll get some money.
Yeah. You don't always go that tangent, else you end in debt. Seriously. So in assumed income, you don't spend assumed income in your budget. You put it aside. If it happened, then assumed income should go into your contingency account for your emergencies. So people should be able to gather all their income, where you make money from, how much you make, and be real to it. Don't lie. Don't, be factual. Be realistic. Don't lie to yourself. Then number two, you must separate between your needs and your wants for the month. Be realistic about that. The things you need this month, what are they? And the things that you want this month, what are they? And then the things that you must do.
Very important.
Very important. And the things that you can do without. The third thing I will talk about is that separate between health, wealth, and leisure. So you must have a budget for health. Maybe your health, hospital, medication, and stuff like that, which cannot be negotiated. That one, that's why it falls between, we call two kinds. The fixed budget, which can't be changed. So health should fall into fixed budget, that you can't change it. Some people don't have the fixed budget. Fixed budget is for things that must not be tempered with, like a health. It's critical. Your children's education is a must. So that is a fixed budget. Then the flexible one, that one you can toss in between. You want to buy 1 kilo of rice, you can toss in between. You understand that one? You want to maybe, you want to buy a new car. The old one is there, you can always postpone. So always distinguish between fixed budget and then flexible one. And I'm saying in the fixed one, there are things that you cannot negotiate. It's a must. They are crucial. They are necessary to your survival. Like health, I'm stressing on that one. You cannot jeopardize your health.
You never know where you get sick.
Yes, so as for health, it's very important. Kids' education is very important. Your rent is fixed. There are a few areas I don't help people with, like rent. Do you know why?
Why?
Because once you pay your rent, you have 12 months to prepare. So what were you doing all these 12 months? Yes, it means that you are financially indisciplined or just a shambolic spender. Because every month there must be an allocation for your rent. Every month, be disciplined like that. Every month, an allocation for your rent, because that's where you stay. When you don't have a place to lay your head, you'll be confused. A confused head is a confused man, because the mind is the man. If the mind is sound, the man will be stable. If the mind is sound, the man will be what? Realistic. But if the mind is not sound, the man will be unrealistic, will be erratic, will be dramatic, will be all over the place, and you can't do very well. So where you lay your head, you might need to have a plan for it. So people who don't have a plan, sometimes it baffles me. They spend on almost everything. They buy data on their phone every day, all those stuff, but you put in budget for your...
At least a good percentage should be good.
Yes. But finally, to make it quite simple for you, we made something 70-30 principle. What that means is that in your budget, 70% of what you earn, you use it on all your needs and your wants. Then 30% divided into 3. 10% goes into your savings. 10% goes into your contingency. And 10% go into charity. If you are a Christian, we call that your tithe. If you're not a Christian, you must always give back to society. But if you're a believer, 10% go to your check. So that's also a simple way to factor in when you are doing your budget. 70% of all your income spent. Then 30% divide into 3. 10%. 10% for into what? Into your savings.
Yeah.
Because a part of what you earn is yours to keep.
Yes.
If you are not saving a part of what you are earning, very soon you're going to have a financial difficulty because your financial future depends on what you save today.
Yeah.
Money tells you that if you save in today, you'll be safe tomorrow. If you respect me today, I'll respect you tomorrow.
So you are earning, but you are paying yourself.
Yeah, you are paying yourself. So pay yourself. Most people don't even pay themselves. They pay everybody apart from themselves.
Okay, so you're still logged into the AM Club right here on MX24. We're talking budgeting, right? And Apostle is here with us. So in case you just tune in, that's the conversation right here on Lifestyle Daily. But Apostle, with every sphere, you realize that there are shortcomings, there are pitfalls here and there. I'm sure with budget, right, too, there are pitfalls.
Yes, of course.
Can you pinpoint some of them and also how we can overcome them as well?
You see, one of the pitfalls in budgeting is that most people have to call, like, I always say that every accident is caused by 4 things: overconfidence, forgetfulness, inattentiveness, and carelessness. So most people fall into this pitfall. They are overconfident. Oh, I know myself.
I won't touch this money.
I won't touch this money.
Mimi!
Hey,
I love the way you are.
I might train some stray bullets.
but I believe myself.
You see, so most people overconfident.
Yeah.
This money, I won't touch it.
I know.
So that's why people also don't even buy fixed deposits.
Yeah.
That's why even the bank, in investment, there are some investment portfolio called fixed. They make it difficult for you to access the money. That's why most individuals must also make sure that you don't always make money easily available for yourself to have access. This Momo thing have made us use money recklessly.
Momo is not a fixed budget.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, it has people because you have access to the money easily. That's why there are 5 places when you are going, you don't carry enough money. Number 1, you are going for funeral. Because funeral is an emotional ground. Yeah. People are going to be crying. People are going to be moody. They will appeal to your emotion, and you want to sympathize with them. Yeah. And a good sympathy, that gives a lot of money. Money that is meant for your child's school fees, you are going to give a funeral grant. I'm not saying don't give there, but you have to be very financially frugal. So when you are going there, when you draw your budget, you don't carry enough money when you are going to a funeral grant. Number 2, you are going for a birthday party, celebration. That is also a place of happiness. Yeah. Because when you are too happy, you may overspend. And when you are too sad, you may overspend. So you must make sure that any place that your emotions are going to be overbar, you must be careful how much you carry. You carry little money, make it difficult for you to access the money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Most people don't make it difficult. They make it easy to access the money. So you spend it. You squander.
Like linking your mobile money to your bank account.
Yeah. But of course, that's why I said the discipline is there. You see, that's why even if you are a man, women love money. Women, the middle name for women is called money.
Money is called money.
When you call a woman, you don't call money, the name is not complete.
Yes. Like Miriam,
the best way to make your wife happy is to give her money.
Yeah.
If she's not happy, give her more money.
Yeah.
If she's still not happy, give her more money.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Somebody says
God
that
will bless
women
you.
are the greatest motivation for making money.
Yes.
So if you marry a woman who doesn't like money, you'll be poor.
Yes.
You see, why am I saying this? So husbands, sometimes don't make money too available, seeable by your wife.
Hey.
Enter there.
You understand that
Also
one?
enter,
Don't make it
free.
too, because when she sees the money, she want to spend.
Yeah.
Women just get excited seeing money. They are exciting, they are enthusiastic, they are courageous, they are bold, they are blabbing. When they see money, as if they have made it in life.
Oh, heaven will
Yeah. So you, as a husband, sometimes you don't make it too visible for them to see. Yeah, as they hide this more. I'm not saying be stingy or be a miser. That's not what I'm saying. I'm bringing some discipline, some regulation here. You understand that one? You understand? So the pitfall is overconfident. Number 1, you are overconfident that I will not spend it, but you spend it. The second one is forgetfulness. You forget to budget. That's why a budget that you have not written, you cannot. Don't keep your budget inside your head.
Okay.
Those who think on paper think better than those who think inside their head. Because your thought must be expressed. A thought is a silence word. When you write it becomes documented. A documented plan is a plan that can be regulated, that can be measured. Because if it's not measurable, it's not manageable. You must be able to measure it, to manage it. So it must be documented. Don't forget. So most people forget. Oh, it's in my head. No. Even if as a woman, you are going to the market or the grocery, you want to check your house, what and what is not there. You pick pen and paper. Oh, this is not there, this is not there, this is not, this is not, blah, 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 blah. And then this one I'm going to buy. I'll buy this, I'll buy this. So a woman who thinks on paper thinks faster, thinks smarter, and thinks more better than the one who just thinks inside the head. Because a short pencil is always better than a long memory. So people also over forgetfulness. You don't pay attention. I'm serious. People don't pay attention to how much they are spending. If I ask now, people, your friend, ask them, how much do you spend on data?
Can't tell.
You're not attentive to your expenditure. Your field of spending, you should know. Do you pay attention to the prepaid in your house? How much you spend? Like how much? Do you regulate it? You should know it.